Right, just in Brickwright again with new job, on to another one again. So we're in Thornhill in Cardiff, sun's out. So this is what we're doing. We're going to do this path right up here, look, right? And if you come up here, we're going to do a path up in front of there and extend it out in front of the bay window. And we got these slabs. We'll show you the slabs they're using, so come this way. So these are the slabs. They're like, if you come close on them, look, right? They're really nice actually. They're a porcelain slab and they are like a beige colour and they are made in Poland. So we've never used the made in Poland ones before, so we'll let you know what we think about these. But let's get cracking. Oh, Brad's done another eat off, but I did it on time lapse, so you can't see it. But he ate 4 custard donuts in 1 minute and 13 seconds, but he's promised to do another one, but he didn't want to do it yesterday because he still felt sick, didn't you, Brad?
Yeah.
So we will do another one. So we'll show you some more of this now as we progress.
Alright, we're back, and as you can see, we've taken up all the concrete slabs now. They're gone in the skip, they're done. And if you come over here, Brad, we've got, on top we've got like sand and just crap, and then underneath we've got a good 4 inches of hardcore. So we can reuse that. Then if you go up here, we have to dig out this area because there was no hardcore underneath and it was just mud and stuff all the way up here with a slab to it. So we're just digging that out now, 100 mil deep. And yeah.
150 mil deep.
150 mil deep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, I think.
Right, we're going to put you onto hyperspace.
This is where we are on this job. So didn't show you this, but we put these railway sleepers in now. So they're in on a concrete bed, well, a concrete foundation I should say, all screwed together. And then we got the client, advised the client on the weekend to varnish them. So what a difference that's made, isn't it, Brad? Really, really nice. And then we've got this porcelain coming on here. Now this is Polish porcelain. We've used Italian porcelain before on many other jobs, and maybe Spanish, but we've never used Polish porcelain, so we'll let you know how we get on with it. Seems okay at the moment. Brad's just cut his first one, so we're going to put you onto hyperspace and keep tuned. Stay tuned. yesterday. So how was our day's work? And Brad did a fantastic job doing all the cuts, Brad, didn't you?
Aye.
Done a really good job there, mate, so fair play. So if you come a bit closer, look, what we've got going on now is we had this. This was the original. I was on top of there like that. So we tried to get a square one of these because obviously we didn't want to cut porcelain on a circle around there. That would have been a nightmare, wouldn't it? So we tried to get a square one, couldn't get it. So we've actually got one of these, which is going to be better. It's just a recessed manhole cover, so we can lay our porcelain in there now. So that's going to go onto there. But what we've got to do, we've put these lines down because that's our final place where the porcelain's going to go. We've got to cut this down now to match the lines, bed that on, and then somehow Brad's got to work a miracle and cut a square out of a porcelain slab. It's never easy, Brad, is it?
Cut the square inside the slab, so we'll see.
We've got to cut the square out of a slab, so let's have a little look.
It's like 60 mil extra.
So 600 comes to there, so you're going to have to cut the square out of a big slab, so like a square in that, and then do all the cuts in that. So that's going to be really tricky, isn't it?
See what happens.
Porcelain, everybody knows. Every time you come to the last little bit, it could go dunk and it could snap in a corner. So we'll give it a go. But this Polish stuff seems to cut a little bit better than the stuff we've had before, doesn't it?
Don't want to say it, but it cuts like a dream at the minute.
Yeah.
But
well, you jinxed yourself now.
Well, we'll see now with that.
So what we're going to do, we're going to set you up onto hyperspace. So Chewy, take us to hyperspace. Right, so that's where we got to with this manhole. It's all level. We put string lines up now from where we want to go to. So from 2 to 2, it's all set, it's all cemented in, it's all cleaned out. We got the lid on, it's all compacted all around us. So that's done. We've just marked the cut out now. So I'll show you the cut. So this is the cut. So we need that square inside those lines there. So anybody that's cut porcelain before, you're going to wish us luck, aren't you? Or if you're horrible, you're going to want us to break it. So yeah, hopefully we can get it done. So we won't bore you with showing you the cut. We'll just get it cut. Hopefully we manage to do it. And fingers crossed. You confident, Brad?
Yeah, let's go for it.
He's confident. Let's go for it. Yeah, Brad, what's happened?
Well, it's broke, haven't it?
There we are. Let's show him.
Cut a nice neat square. Long there to the edges. Flipped it over. Just cut a little bit more just to...
It was on that last little bit, wasn't it?
It just broke.
Dink. That's what happens with porcelain. We just get it to that little bit so you can see, look, he's cut all up there, all the way around, and he's got to that bit and it's fractured and it's not in with a disc cut there. It's just dunk and it's gone, and that's what's left.
It's all for the bin now, all of it. Can't keep either one.
There's a lot of effort and a lot of work that's gone into that, isn't it, mate? It takes a long time to cut through that with a little mini disc cutter, doesn't it?
Yeah, all that effort and it just feels like it's for nothing.
So that's one down. Now we've got to start all over again. So it's a nightmare. We'll listen to what the boys said about cutting on one of our previous videos. We'll try and put it down on a some kind of mat or to absorb the. I think it's the vibration, mate, isn't it? But you know, you're using a mini disc cutter, so that's the least machine we've got to cause the minimum vibration.
It cuts quite neat. There's not a lot of vibration coming off it.
And we got the Elite Stone disc from Henry there on it. So we've ordered them special. So that's a porcelain disc, if anyone's wondering. And this is it. So we're going to move on, crack on, mark it all out again. I mean, even just marking it out is just a pain in the arse, isn't it? So we've got to do the principle of getting another one now, marking it all out and doing it again, Brad, haven't we? Excited?
If the next one don't work, I'm going home.
I'm going home now.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow. There we are. Number 2, round 2, broke. So we're on to number 3 now. This is where we're working. I just thought I'd show you this. There's a guy there, look. I don't want to spend too much of his time. There's a guy and his wife. They come up every day with a deck chair and they just sit there and they just enjoy the view with a couple of dogs. Absolutely spectacular. Right in the centre of Cardiff. So I just wanted to show you where we are. This is where we're working. There's old Selwyn there. Look, he's had his yearly clean and polish and tyres done and everything. So he's not looking bad, is he? Although his backlights went the other day, so I wasn't very happy. So here's Brad. Look, he's cutting that slab. So wish us luck. When you're cutting porcelain, it's always difficult because you don't know whether it's going to break at the last minute. So one slab could take you hours to cut, and then you could be spending a load of money cutting it. So in terms of the wastage, so it's always a tricky moment. Your heart always misses a couple of beats. But he's done a cracking job on the rest of it. So oh, you got his builders, you know what? Oh, sorry about that. You're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to change it. You got his builder's bum out. Sorry. I'll see you in a minute. Right, here we go then. You can hear it in the voice now. Brad's had enough. This is the 3rd attempt on this now. So I think if it don't work, I just showed you Nan and Bamp sat over the park over there on the deck chair. I'm going to get another deck chair for me and Brad, and we're going to go and sit with them. So let's hope it works. Otherwise, we're going to be sat next to Nan and Bamp over the park all afternoon, because we're starting to have enough now, to be honest. So let's just hope the third time lucky. See what happens. We'll show you now. Bust. Gone. Same place. So what we did different is we put it on a bed of sand, put it all nice and flat and straight, and didn't tamp it down, so it's all nice and level on there. We changed the blade for a brand new porcelain blade, just in case it was the blade that was giving us trouble. But straight away now, boom, it's gone again. So that was chance 3. So these slabs, porcelain slabs at this size, you know, these have got to be they've got to be around about 30 quid a slab. So you're on to, you know, we're into like 90 quid's worth of waste now as it is. So that's that. So we've just spoken to the client and told them the issue. So we might have to be defeated on this one. We can't just keep doing this. I mean, the day's going. We've lost loads of time on this now to try and get it right, but don't know. I'm going because Brad's not happy. I'm not happy. And we want to get it right for the client, but what do you do? Right, so this is where we are with it now. So what's happened now is we decided to put straight cuts all the way around, because we don't want to give up. We don't want to do, well, you know us, if you've been watching our videos, we want to do everything as best as we possibly can. We've tried and tried and tried. So we thought, right, we put straight cuts all the way around, make it look nice and neat and tidy. And Brad's just done the straight cut now. And look at that there, it's fragmented at the end. So, yeah, there he is. You probably don't want me to put the camera on him now, because you're not happy, are you?
I want to just go away.
There we are, look, that's the way it makes you feel. So, welcome to the world of porcelain. It's a bloody nightmare. So I think what we're going to do, when you get into these situations, you got to walk away. So we're going to have 5 minutes away from it. It's probably coming up to 12 o'clock. All we've done, we've put that manhole in there and put a bit of stone dust in there. We've been to the builders merchants this morning, and that's it. All the rest of the time, up to, what time is it, Brad?
12 o'clock.
Up to 12 o'clock has been cutting and cutting and cutting for nothing other than breaking slabs. So porcelain, it's a bloody pain in the arse. And we've spent a lot of money investing in all these blades and all the cutting equipment and stuff. So I think what we'll do, Brad, we will leave that cut out and be defeated on it today. We'll lay all the rest of the slabs coming down through here, and then we'll probably come back to that another time, another day, fresh-faced, and tackle it again, mate, yeah? That's the plan. So that's where we are with it. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah. Right, we tried 5 cuts on this. So I went home, slept on it. Well, no, didn't sleep on the manhole. But I went home, had a little sleep, and then midway through the night I thought, oh, hang on a minute, we'll get a bigger manhole. So we took the other manhole off. We increased the size of the manhole cover. Client was happy to do that, because otherwise it was a straight joint option, which wouldn't look very nice. So that's what we've done. So let's get you a close-up on that. So there's a close-up on the cuts we've done for that. So yeah, I think that was the best option. I think sometimes you just got to walk away. We tried 5 times in the end to do it, and it just dinked. We had Tyler working next door. He came over. He gave us advice, which was exactly the same as what we were doing anyway. So we couldn't suggest anything. So this is the finished job anyway. So let's show you. So that's the porcelain, beige porcelain, and we got a ramp. Then we put a ramp in it because this gentleman's dad is in a home, disabled, and when he comes to visit, he wants to be able to get up and in without having the hassle of going steps. So there was a step there originally. So we put those golden flint chippings in there as well, the railway sleepers. Couldn't get turf individually, so we had to get grass seed, so that's fine. So there we are. We got to come back and put a bench in front of the bay window, but that's for another day because the client wants to get some a decent fix in and stuff like that. So it's a teak bench, so that'll look nice. So there we are. Leave a comments below. I think it's always key to be honest in what you're doing, so we can all help and teach and learn off each other. And we did it, but we had to change tact, and it's done. So happy days. I'm well happy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Cheers.